Good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the weekly MetaBalance training Zoom, where we will go over some protocols. You can ask questions, and we welcome new users and existing users to go over the program. So, one of the things I was talking about last week is the sensory immersion. And I just wanted to share that I have used that every single night since last Wednesday. I have had deep sleeping issues since I was very little. I've had insomnia, and I got on the wrong sleeping schedule last year when my animals were very sick and they were in the process of winding down out of this world. So I stayed up pretty late with them, 2, 3 in the morning, and I got in a really bad sleep cycle where I was just trained my body to be up till 3 a.m. essentially, and I'd sleep till 10 or 11 or 9, and I never got enough sleep. So I was trying to come out of that and having a difficult time, and I had moved it up to about 1 to 2 a.m., but then would still slip into that 3 a.m. So I'm actually completely reset right now. I get tired earlier. I'm able to sleep through the night better. My biggest thing is not getting tired though and not being able to fall asleep. So last last Wednesday, right after we had the last Zoom, I got in bed, and I got in bed earlier than I normally do, and I pulled up sensory immersion, and I believe I watched it maybe 2 times, and you know what? I got really tired, and I actually went to sleep. So I've done that every single night since our last Zoom, and I look forward to it now. I have my evening routine. I stopped going on social media late at night. We had talked about last week, we did some session work with actually Serenity and asked her what are some tips for going to sleep earlier, and she suggested limiting TV, limiting, the media, the news, winding down, getting into a routine. So I started getting into a routine and getting to bed earlier, limiting my internet and all that stuff, and sensory immersion. So a couple times I did 3 to 4 sensory immersions in a row. They're about 3 minutes long, and I would just go, but towards the second or third day, I literally would watch one sensory immersion. I'd be yawning, and then during the second sensory immersion, I couldn't even finish it. Like I wished it was almost 10 minutes longer so I could fall asleep to it because it was the music was so soothing. So I now going to bed by 11 p.m. I believe last night it might have been midnight, but that was just one night. About 10, 11 a.m., 11:15 p.m. I meant 11 p.m. I'm asleep and waking up about 6 or 7 a.m., which is pretty good. So I'm getting a nice early start and I feel better. So I just want to share that with everyone about the sensory immersion. And then we are working on fixing a small little glitch with the program because it was hosted on YouTube, which changed their terms of service. So some people get a little message that requires you to clear your cache, but we are working on that this whole week and it's almost fixed. So you will not be getting that message any longer, uh, probably starting in by tomorrow or the next day. So I also wanted to talk about the use of the program and just remind everyone that this is a space where we come together just to share what's working for us, to try to answer questions, and just to know you're not the only one using MetaBalance. We're all here as a community and as a team, but you're not going to feel the results if you don't use it. And part of it, I think, is just being consistent because it's really easy to pull something up. You pull up the program every 3 days and you're like, it's not really working. So if you can just make the meta balance part of your routine and just try it out every single day, I'd say every single day, try put it part of your routine, pull it up. If something isn't working, of course, you're going to maybe change your verbiage. We had some customer who wasn't getting results. We urged them to open up 3 panels at a time. There's the power setting you can adjust. And don't forget the time because I always pick 12 hours now. This way I'm running. So if you do 1 hour, you're just running for 1 hour, but now you can run for 12 hours. So if you just pull yourself up once a day and you set up a few programs for 12 hours, but really use it, use it every single day. And I mess up sometimes. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to lie. I get busy and then the day goes by and I actually wonder why my day wasn't as great. And I go, well, Emily, the whole day got away from you. What happened to the routine? You didn't pull yourself up, but I don't beat myself up. I just then go pull myself up. So, anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go over a general protocol. A protocol is just a list of words in a certain way that you can run in any program to get general results for your health. So this is a protocol that will help with stress. It'll help strengthen your body. It'll help clear, because a lot of our issues come from deficiency and weakness, not being strong enough, from having too much on us, negative energy or trauma or unresolved emotions. So then we want to clear, and clearing and strengthening is just a big part of having a healthy life and feeling good. If you're clearing and balancing and strengthening, it's probably going to be pretty good for you. So let me just pull up my notes here. If you're not sure what session to run, just remember when the program first started, it was only general. It was just meta balance, and it was going to be one session. And then Grandmaster David had this idea, let's have different choices for sessions. But the first session was always general session. So let me go ahead. I'm going to share my screen here so that I can pull up a window. And there we go. Okay, can everybody see my screen? So if you can't, let me know. I'm going to assume everyone can. I'm going to go. So to log on to MetaBalance, you are going to open up a window, either on your cell phone or your laptop, and type in the address, www.metabalance.me. Once you're logged in, the computer or device you're on should always save your email. So here I just click that and sign in. It already saved my password for me. And then I have a family plan, so I'm going to pick myself. And here we are on the home screen. And so for the protocol, I'm going to go to start a session, and I'm going to pick general session, which is the first session it has. If you click here, you'll see all these choices here. These different sessions are just different sets of vibrations, different sets of frequencies. Each of these programs has a baseline in it, which means you don't have to put anything else here. You don't have to put anything. You could run a general session, you can run an emotional clearing session, and just hit next. But you can also enhance that by typing in whatever you want to customize it. But if you're ever stuck, if you're ever confused, if it ever feels overwhelming, just remember general session, and you don't even have to type anything in. So general session select. Now here's where you can type in. If you're using a cell phone, you can use your microphone and do talk to text. So if you guys want to, I can send this out in an email so that you have it to copy and paste, or you can leave these cocktails on a little notepad in your phone. You can write it down on a piece of paper. And once you run this session once, it will always be in your history. You don't ever have to type this out again. And I'll show you how that works afterwards. So clear and strengthen all chakras, meridians, acupoints, dermatomes. So this is some very professional verbiage, because I'm a healthcare professional. I work a lot with traditional Chinese medicine, and that's where I'm getting this from. This specific cocktail came from Grandmaster David, but so you wouldn't be expected to know this, but this is like a little life hack, a little trick for, a little special cocktail trick for you. Not a bad trick, a good one. So let's see. So clear and strengthen all chakras, meridians, acupoints, dermatomes, muscles. Now I don't know how to pronounce this word. Sorry. Sinus, sinus, sinus. I think it's sinus. Upper heater. So the upper heater, the middle heater, and the lower heater just refer to the parts of your body. So when you say upper heater, it means chest, lungs, anything up here. And then the middle heater is going to be your gut, all the organs in your gut, your stomach, your intestines. And the lower heater is going to be your reproductive organs, your bladder, and stuff like that in the lower part. So it's like top, middle, lower. So that is a traditional Chinese medicine term used a lot. So, and fascia systems, okay, period. Then the next part is strengthen and replenish all vitality. So vitality is a really good keyword to run. Qi, which is spelled Qi, it's also spelled Chi. Blood, marrow, and Jing. Jing is a traditional Chinese medicine term. It's everything. It is like the essence of your body. It's what keeps you here. It's very important. It's stored in the kidneys. So you don't have to know what these are for it to work. It will just work for you. So I'll just go over it one more time here. So under general session, we have clear and strengthen all chakras, meridians, acupoints, dermatomes, muscles, sinews, upper heater, middle heater, lower heater, and fascia systems. Strengthen and replenish all vitality, chi, blood, and marrow. And I'll go ahead and put that in the chat here in a little bit. So let me just copy that and I'll see if it saves. Okay, so next. So then you're going to hit next. Now, again, power level, you can leave it at normal unless you're just not getting the results you want. If you're not getting the results you want after a few times or a week, you can definitely bump it up to extreme, and you can do multiple panels at a time. And here's the amount of repeats you have, because everything counts down from 60 minutes and it goes 1 hour and then it repeats another hour. So I'm going to pick 12 hours here. So this way I'm running the maximum amount of time that I can. And then we're going to rate it. If you're not sure where you are, if you're feeling really bad, you can put a 10. And then when you're done with the session, you'll know where you're at. If you feel like you're not so bad, then go ahead and put that. You can put, let me just review these real quick with you. We have words and we have emojis. So it goes from 1 to 10, with 0 being the best that you feel and 10 being the absolute worst. So I'm going to hit that. And then once you rate it, you're going to submit it. And now your issue is being analyzed. Serenity pops up. I have her still set to not talk to me. I have that turned off. And so now I'm running. That's all I had to do. So if you did this every day in the morning and just set it up, it would literally take 2 minutes. And so my session's in progress here, and I just want to show you, if you go up to the top left, you'll see the history here. And now when I click that, that is right here. So if you click anywhere on these tabs, you can resession that. I never have to type this in again. And it's just here. So all you have to do is type these cocktails in one time and you can reuse them forever. So it does seem like a lot of work the first session, but once you type it in there, you can do that again and again and again. And in the Signal chat group that we have going, people do share. I know when we first started, people shared a lot of cocktails. So if you're not a member of that and you'd like to join, we definitely invite you there. But let me go ahead and I can't go in the chat because I'm sharing my screen. So I'll try to get that guys to you in the chat here in a minute. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so I want to show you that. And I wanted to also go over, I know we went over it last week, but a lot of people have expressed to me that they really appreciate the Zooms because they're not expert MetaBalance users. And it's really good to just have refreshers and go over it because it can be a little confusing. So To open up another session, always go to manage session and then add a session. And now up top here, a new window pops up. I am on a family plan, so I'm going to hit myself. And now here's my other session in this tab. I have 58 minutes left in the set. It's going to repeat 12 times. And then here's my new window. So I'm going to go to interactive session. And you can choose here serenity session or sensory immersion right now. And the sensory immersion is what I'm doing every night before bed. And I hope that it works. So did it not work? Oh no, here it is. Okay. It's new for me. So I actually keep forgetting. I'm like, what do I press? So right here, start sensory immersion, the blue button there. And she's gonna pop up here. And I'm just going to describe my issue. Oh, hold on one second. My battery is going to die and I have to plug in. There we go. Okay. Seems like the story of my life is that my batteries are, are always low. If it has a little deeper meaning for me, but my cell phone, I just use it a lot for work and the laptop. Right. So at nighttime when I go to sleep, and this is what I use is sensory immersion every single night. And I use it on my cell phone because I get in bed first. And then I actually have headphones. If you have headphones, it's amazing. If you don't have headphones, don't let that stop you from using it. But it's such an experience if you put your headphones on. Really, really lovely. It's a 3D experience. So I usually just put, uh, I always like to put stress because that encompasses a lot. And I put sleep, um, sound sleep through the night. And you can just put sleep. I think I'm putting extra now, but I think a lot of times I just put stress and sleep or better sleep. And then I'm going to go to next. And then this little voice analyzer is new. It'll pop up and that just gives you an extra layer to your session. You don't have to use it. If you'd like to use it, it would be helpful. The session would be stronger. I would like to focus on improved sleep, sleep through the night, sound sleep, better sleep, and stress. Then you hit next. And I'm just going to rate it a 10, steamy. Go to next. And she's going to have me do an exercise. So if you guys want to do this, you can. And I hope we're going to see if my settings are on. Somebody helped me last Zoom, and I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. If you can't hear it, just let me know and I'll stop it. I was hoping you'd be able to hear this. So touch your thumbs together for 30 seconds. So breathe slowly and deeply. And if you can, close your eyes when you do this, it would be helpful. Just take a minute to breathe. So normally you would do that for 30 seconds. You would hit complete. And then you would hit play. Did anybody hear that? No, no sound? Okay. Darn it. I don't know how to make it play. I've had like 2 angels in the last Zoom. Do you know how, Jamie?
Yeah, when you hit the share, you hit advanced share, which should
Oh,
be up on the top right, and then you click computer sound.
okay. So the issue I'm having is when I first hit share, is that I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you got to share
So
computer sound as well.
okay. Let me go. Hold on one second. So let me stop sharing. Number one. So when I go to share, I'm going to go to advanced. Okay, I see it. Advanced. And I'm going to hit computer audio. But okay, share sound. There we go.
And on the normal share, sometimes it also pops up where you can choose the option on a little button on the bottom left to click that tab for sharing computer
Right.
sound if you're playing video.
Okay, I'm not sure that's gonna work. So let me hit share. I went to computer audio.
On
Oh,
the
but then
upper
I'm not
right, on the upper right corner, it says original sound for musicians on or
okay.
off. And you
Share sound.
see where
Okay.
it says original sound for musicians?
Oh, thank you. I think I clicked in that in the settings last time. I think I fixed it. Let me know. I followed what Jamie suggested. Let me see. Can you see
Yep,
this
we can
tab?
hear it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna really, really try to remember that. So can you can see the screen? Yes. So this is the sensory immersion. They're all different. I really like this one. It's so peaceful. And as it does this, it's working on you. So this isn't just a pretty screen with clouds and music. It's actually the program taking you through the guided meditation with the sound and visuals, but it's also got the vibrations and the frequencies in it that are working on you. And it's very good for emotions, especially stuff and the sleep for sleeping, insomnia, stress, anxiety. I've had a few people say they've used it for physical issues. We recommend for physical issues you do the one of the other sessions. You could always try this, but this is more for emotional relaxation, stress, trauma, really good for trauma. You're in a bad mood, you're holding on to something. If you do about 3 or 4 of these in a row, if one doesn't do it, if you keep doing it, you'll go into deeper layers. We've had a few people share that with us as they do 3 to 4 of these in a row. And I do about 2 at night, and then I'm getting very tired. I don't know if anyone can feel the shifting, but I took a couple of deep breaths and I feel my solar plexus just unwinding. Oh, then I'd have to say you would rate it afterwards. I'd say a 5 at least. That was pretty good. I feel really good. And I'm not going to continue the session right now. So this is my second tab, and you can see I have multiple tabs open here. So there's no limit to how many sessions you can run. And when you hit manage session, again, add a session, that's when it pops open another window. And so you can just keep going. If you wanted to, you could do as many windows as you'd like. So okay, so I'm gonna go through. I don't know if everyone has done a Serenity session. It's fairly new, but it's under interactive session is Serenity session. And you would just hit on the left start session, and then Serenity pops up, and she says, "Hello, I would like to help improve your session. I can make changes to your session in real time based on any additional information about your issues you would like to share with me." And some good examples of information to share could be as simple as how long has the problem existed? Do you know how the problem started? How does the issue make you feel? Are there things that you notice that make the issue worse or better? But really, anything you share with me would be most helpful in customizing your session experience. So, this is really good, by the way, for doing a deep dive into complex issues. So, if you have a stubborn problem, If there's something you're really just upset about, you're not getting the results you want, relationship issues, you would go here to this Serenity interactive session. And as you talk to her, you're not just talking to her, you're it's how the program works. So everything you say, even if, let's say, the conversation isn't in your mind what you want it to be, or you don't feel like it's helping, it's actually helping as you do it, especially if you're annoyed or in a bad mood or something like that, and you just want to. It's funny, I've done that before, and I'm like, she asked me questions and I'm like, huh, why does she want to know that? And or you get in that mood. I think everyone gets in those moods, sometimes, not all the time, some more than others. So let's see, I'm going to talk about I have something called yin deficiency. I get some inflammation around my gums lately, and at night it's like burning a little. It just feels very hot. So I'm gonna just work on that issue because that's a very deep issue. It's it's been here a little while, and I'm sure it's from years of my body and just my general being. I've had this issue. I don't think it just came overnight. I think it's been building up over time. I would like help. I would like help. So you just talk to her. You don't have to have the right words. You don't have to be a certain way. Anything you say is absolutely fine. I would like help with my burning gums, please. Okay, so I'm just going to rate it at a 10. And I'll set it for 4 hours. I'm going to go to bed in a little bit, and I have another program running. Let's see. And that's just my choice. You can't make a mistake. A lot of people get hung up on little small details. They don't know how long to run it for. That just you do know. Your inner body does know. And my inner body was like 4. How many hours? So I just hit 4. But you can't make a mistake. You could hit 1 hour, 6 hours, 12 hours, whatever you feel. And if you don't know, just pick something and you'll learn as you go. So when did you first notice the burning sensation in your gums? About probably about 2 years ago. So have you seen a dentist or healthcare professional about this issue? Yes, I have. Um, what diagnosis or explanation did the dentist provide for your burning gums? They really don't have any answers for me. I Googled this. I know what this is. This is a TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, yin deficiency. When I Googled it, though, they call it burning gum syndrome in the medical world, and they don't have any cure for it. They don't know why it exists. So, anyway, so my best bet is doing a program like this on it. They really don't have any answers for me and aren't sure how to help me because my gums look pretty good. And that's what they always tell me, is that my gums look really good. And so all the things I'm telling you guys, I should actually be telling Serenity. So everything I just shared with you, really, I should be typing that in there because every little detail helps. Yeah. So have you noticed any specific triggers that make the burning sensation worse? Yes. When I eat grains and almonds, chocolate, or anything with sugar, it gets worse because sugar causes inflammation in the body. And so that's affecting my gums. And so she gives me advice, and then she starts a session, which is all the waves here. That's why it's all multicolored. There's just one wave, but it's all the waves from the other page. And let's see what she said. Consider eliminating trigger foods like grains, almonds, that's so funny, chocolate, and sugar from your diet to see if symptoms improve. Staying hydrated and practicing good oral hygiene may also help alleviate discomfort. You could try rinsing your mouth with salt water. By the way, I was doing that and I forgot about it. Rinsing with salt water every night with sea salt really helps reduce it by 50%. So she says I can do salt water or baking soda to soothe irritation. I haven't tried baking soda. Monitor any new foods or changes in your routine to identify potential triggers. Keeping a food diary might help you track patterns related to your symptoms. Please share any details related to your issue to enhance your session. So let's see. So here's where you can do what we call a deep dive. You can go further down the rabbit hole and try to get to the core or the root of your issues. So I'm going to tell her to let's see. So analyze the issue and give me general recommendations based. Okay. So it's kind of learning how to talk to her, how to get the results that you want. And so that's why we have these Zooms here, because I know not everyone knows how to talk to her to get the results they want. Let's see. So let her, after she's done typing, I'll scroll up. She's very good at making lists. Very, very good at making lists. And sometimes these lists give me a good idea. As in, I just remembered that I was using salt water previously and I forgot about it. And it was helping. So I will make I get a little glass jar and I have a little bit of water. And they say if you're doing this, by the way, to just make it taste like tears. So you put enough sea salt, shake it up, and it should taste salty like the ocean or like tears. Let's see what she said. To address your burning gums over the last 2 years, consider the following general recommendations. Dietary changes, eliminate or reduce intake of trigger foods such as grains, almonds, chocolate, and sugars to see if symptoms improve. Focus on a balanced diet with whole foods. Stay hydrated. So proper hydration can support oral health, oral hygiene. She's telling me to brush and floss to keep my gums healthy. We can do salt water or baking soda to soothe irritated gums. Keep a food diary. That's a good idea to keep track of your diet and correlations to the severity of your symptoms, which can help identify additional triggers. Then lifestyle factors, consider stress management. And she doesn't know she is my stress management. That's what I'm doing right here. And so if symptoms persist, consider discussing it further with a dentist. So I can continue talking to her. Please list helpful essential oils to reduce gum inflammation. I know a lot of people use essential oils. I was using frankincense. I was using a drop on my toothbrush. The tea tree, clove, peppermint, myrrh. Now, all these are going into the session. As I talk to her, now we have all the frequencies and of these essential oils in my session. Also, it might give me a good idea. Maybe I will try one of these oils in my toothpaste or on my toothbrush. Please explain the benefits of these oils further. So maybe I want more information on what they do or how they can help. So now she's going to give me the properties of these oils, which gave me an idea. As tea tree is known for its antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. You could even ask her to please list more oils. Actually, we have to wait till she's done talking to enter more text. So you could sit here for hours and just talk to her. I mean, you could sit here for minutes, however long you want, but as you talk to her, actually my gums feel a little bit better. They feel reduced because they weren't that bad today, but they were just kind of starting to get bad. It amps up a little bit at nighttime because it is what's called a yin deficiency. And any issue that gets worse at night is usually from what's called yin deficiency. So she keeps going on and on. I asked her for more information and she's definitely definitely giving that to me. So now she's adjusting the waves to reflect new information. So everything we talked about is in here I don't actually have to buy these or use them. If I want to, I can. And I may just try a drop of tea tree oil on my toothpaste tonight. And I'll keep you posted on that. So when you're done here, so you could just leave this here and it's running. So you would just leave this here and go back to another page or um come back later. I don't know if it wasn't on a Zoom, I would close my laptop lid now and leave this here. So if we're going back to the main menu, if you want to exit the screen, you would hit this arrow button. Okay, no. If you hit the arrow button, now we're good. So hitting the arrow button just eliminates the chat box. And now we have these pretty clouds and I can see all the waves. So I picked 4 hours, so 3 hours and 53 seconds left. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. See if anyone has questions. I'm going to go to the chat real quick. So yeah, so let me, it's just kind of, let me see here. Tricky because, let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and grab that verbiage for you guys from the first cocktail that we did. So let me go to my history and let me session it. And I'll copy and paste that here. Okay. Go back to the Zoom. All right, so I'm going to put that right in the chat here. If anyone wants to copy and copy and paste that from the chat box. And that was the first little protocol we did. If you don't remember all that, just clear and strengthen could be the two phrases you use for anything. Clear and strengthen XYZ. Clear and strengthen this, clear and strengthen that. Those are, and strengthen and replenish all vitality. Vitality is a good word. So chi, blood, marrow, and jing. It's just a very good cocktail. So if any of you use it this week, you could use it every day and see how you do. So someone is asking that the flashing lights are moving light and dark in the sensory immersion, or like scrolling names after a movie, or driving down a shaded street with alternating light and dark can cause nausea or severe headaches. Several of the sensory immersions left me feeling ill. Should I keep doing them, or is there a way of treating that? So I know that you mentioned that before. I'm sorry to hear about that. So I don't know the answer to that. That's a very unique question. So I will find out though, and I will let you know. And I'll also update everyone in the next Zoom. So I know that what I would say is to not do the sensory immersion, but to work on that in another panel. Because, if the sensory immersion is just too much, you're not going to want to force yourself to do that. You could put it on and close your eyes because there is still the sound there. And I know that the sound would help you. So you could do sensory immersion, just close your eyes and listen to the sound. It will still work that way. And so I guess my answer would be that, but I would not make yourself look at the sensory immersion if moving lights and dark and stuff like that is bothering you. So I would do that. I would just listen to it only. Don't make yourself watch it, and then work on and do that in the interactive chat that we just went over too with Serenity. And just like you told me here, you could copy and paste that and put that and run that. So you would just say flashing lights and moving light and dark, scrolling names. You would put all that into your chat box and run that in a general session. So does anybody have any questions? If you do, you can unmute yourself and ask, or you can type it into the chat because I'd like to help you use MetaBalance to the best that I can to make sure you're using it optimally, to make sure you're comfortable using it, make sure you know how to use it. If you want to share anything about your sessions, you can too. Let's see. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm glad you're using it, Jamie. That's good. We like to have our MetaBalance fans. Strength in numbers, So, is there anything that anyone has questions on about any of the programs or anything they'd like to see? So I have a problem starting a new session. Okay. So what seems to be the problem when starting a new session? Mm, okay. See if they write back. And I might be able to troubleshoot that also after the Zoom. So, let's see. Instead of getting a clean state, I see a copy of the running session. I will have to get with you on that so we could set up a private Zoom or like a FaceTime. I don't know if you have an iPhone, but so if I could see pictures of that, then I can troubleshoot that. But I'm not understanding. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm just not understanding the problem, but yeah, we could definitely help you with that. So, yeah. Please send cocktail and text. Okay, so if anyone else would like, I can text everyone the cocktail. You just have to text me, and everyone should have my numbers in the bottom of all the emails. I always make sure my number's there. You can shoot me a text and I can text you the cocktail we went over. And if you're in Signal, I know we share cocktails there. I'll also post this cocktail in Signal when we're done. So I guess that's about it for tonight if no one has any questions, but I'm glad to see you all here, and just remember to keep using MetaBalance. And if you don't know what to run, general session is great, but you can also just check out all the other sessions that we have. The modalities are great, and we're actually coming up with, I'm going to announce this now. I don't think we announced it. We're coming up with a guest pass. So you can invite somebody to try MetaBalance, and they'll have a 24-hour guest pass to try the program. They don't have to put their credit card in. They don't have to put any, because to get a free trial, you have to put your credit card in, but you can cancel, within 14 days. And sometimes people get nervous when they see that, and we understand that. So now you can have a 24-hour guest pass and say, look, I'm using this amazing program. I have no idea how to explain it to you. Here's a 24-hour guest pass. So you can just share it with people. And then if they want, they can do a free trial and feel comfortable with it. But I know we all care about people and our loved ones. And, I have family too. I have family that doesn't take advantage of the wonderful tools that I have or the programs that I manage. So I love my family. I want to see them better themselves. And this is all new to them. It's different. So it's great to just be able to throw someone who might not be used to this world a little guest pass, make them part of your world for 24 hours. And then we do have the affiliate program. Just everyone has their own referral link, which I'm just going to show you real quick before I go. That was something that people were asking about. So if you go to your page here and you go to, there's a little share icon, right? So there's history, members, profile, and refer. And on the cell phone, you'll see this little symbol. You won't see refer. And if you click that and you go up, go up. Here's my unique referral code. So obviously this is my company. I don't get commissions, but I was sharing my links. I think we have an ad up. So it tells you how many clicks you have. It tells me how many people signed up. And then it tells you the amount of sales from the signups. And then we do the $100 per referral. When you get to 5 people, then you get $500. You can, if you believe you're owed that, you can request withdrawal or email us. I'm not sure if this part is linked up yet. So it's cool. You can see who signed up and who's using the program. And you would just hit copy here, this little copy here. You copy and paste your referral link. And then when you text anyone or email anyone, just have them sign up for a free trial under your unique referral code. But when we go over the guest pass, it's going to get easier. You're going to be able to just give them a guest pass and they're just going to be able to access the program. And then if they do a free trial, it'll just, um, let's see, I did not see the guest pass. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me go back to consult here. Let me go back here. Oh, here. Okay, it is here. So guest pass. So we'll have the referral and then we'll have the guests will be here. And these will be how many people. Oh, it is here. I don't know. I guess we didn't announce it. Is this live? Can we use a guest link yet? I don't know if we can use it yet, but this is where it is. So again, okay. So since you guys are here tonight, you get the special inside scoop because apparently it works, but we didn't announce it yet. So you guys get to try it out. So again, just to show you one more time, if you ever don't know where you are and you're at this page, just hit consult and it'll take you back to the home page. So you go to refer right here, you can toggle over to guests and now you copy and paste your guest link and everybody can try it out for 24 hours. No strings attached. So very cool. So we'll be having a special Zoom and probably towards the end of November. We just have those Sunday Zooms about once a month right now, and we'll announce the guest pass. We'll go over it. We'll let everybody know. But I thought that was a cool idea. And we are working on new things. You know, we're building all this here under interactive session, and it's not live yet, but we're going to be having programs that you can schedule, and all this other stuff here is going to be a thing. I'm not sure if this is the final product or it may change a little. These are placeholders, but I know the scheduled program is here and I believe these other meditations are here. We're going to have a lot of really cool stuff and we're going to have a lot of different consults. So yeah, so these are placeholders. It's not what's actually going to be here, but we're going to have more stuff here and different versions of Serenity and a whole bunch of cool stuff. So I don't think Grandmaster David will ever stop improving this program because I just know him too well. He's always going to be building out, making it better than it was before because that's just what he does. What he does best. And we get feedback from you guys. And a lot of people ask for, hey, can I schedule a session? Because it would be cool if I didn't have to log in every day. I think we're going to be able to schedule. First, it started with an hour. Okay. We had an hour, then it was 2 hours, and it was 4 hours. Now we have 12 hours. Now people want to schedule it. So, just so sorry, someone has a question. So no strings attached means no credit card information. So some people don't want to put credit card information in. So when you do a free trial, you have to. And I get it. You don't know somebody, you don't know a company, they don't know that we're honest, integrous, good company with a good product. So no strings attached just means you get to, put your name and email and try the program for 24 hours. You don't have to really tell us anything else. So, and then is there a place we can go to get more cocktails? So, a lot of people have cocktails because they have our professional software, the SRC for you. So, in Signal, I had shared a bunch of cocktails originally. So, if anyone wants, just text me. I actually have maybe 4 or 5 cocktails that we shared in the Signal chat group, which is just a little app that allows people with metabalance to talk to each other. So sometimes people will pop in and ask questions or, hey, my dog's sick. What do I do? I have a cold and flu. And users will jump in and help the person asking the question when they can. So yeah, so they can do the guest pass first and then they can do the free trial after that. So now they don't have to, because people see that we actually get a lot of people who sign up on the website for the 14-day trial and then they get to the part where the credit card goes in and they abandon the cart. So we get those, they're incomplete signups and we get it. And I mean, a lot. I'd say 60% of signups, they're abandoned when they see that. I've done that too. I go and I get like a free trial and then I'm like, oh, my credit card's in the next room. I don't really want to put that down. I don't know if I'll remember. Usually it's like 3-day trial I don't do because I won't remember in 3 days to cancel. I think 14 days is pretty good. And we send an automated email anyway. We send an automated email out before we charge them. And so if someone is asking how the free trial works. So the free trial works where they put their credit card in and then they're just automatically charged if they don't cancel before 14 days. So they just have to cancel before 14 days and they can email us, they can text us, they can cancel it in their profile. But if they don't cancel, they roll right into a subscription. So that's currently how most sites work. It's just the way it's easier. It's a lot. It's a lot. If they had a trial, it expired, then they'd ask us how they could sign up. So we do the 14 days. They just cancel. I believe they get 14 days. So as long as you cancel on the 14th day, it charges them on the 15th day. So so I can share cocktails and I could work on some other ones. I can copy and paste some cocktails from our other software if people want to just message me what they want help with. I'm happy to help come up with something for you or share those related cocktails with you. So, okay. So anyway, thanks for coming, guys. It's good to see all your faces. And I'm hoping, aside from Michelle, you could listen to the sensory immersion. But for everyone else, try the sensory immersion. Let me know if it works for you to help you get better sleep at night. And try that cocktail we came up with. And have a great, great, great week using MetaBalance. And we'll see you next Wednesday at the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, love you guys.
Thank you, Emily.
And we'll see you next time.